Today I'm showing you Saber Proxy, which is a web proxy, and I've never shown something quite like it before, so it's pretty unique. Make sure to stick around. Also, my mic actually sounds good again, so that's cool. Anyways, to get started, you want to head over to saberproxy.net over here. This is going to be linked right down in the description below as well. Now, because you guys are still paying attention, I would like to mention that this works for Xbox, PlayStation, for iOS even, for Android, Windows. I'm on Windows right now. Don't let that deter you. It literally works for anything. Anyways, you do want to go ahead and register here if you don't have an account yet. Username, email, and make a password as well. You'll notice this looks quite nice already. You can take a look around, but the first thing we need to do is go ahead and link your Minecraft account. This way, Saber knows exactly who and where to proxy to. We can click on Add Account over here. Now, often when doing things like this, people question the safety of the service, right? Scary, I have to log in with my Microsoft account, but you'll notice that you're actually going through an official Microsoft login. If you look at the pages, look at the URL and stuff like that. And because it is one of those official logins and not a login directly on this website, Saber doesn't actually gain access to anything about your account. Not anything they need to compromise it or something of this sort. Anyways, but right now, let's just head back to home. As you can see, my account has been connected, and we can simply go ahead and click on Start Proxy right over here. As you can see, the server IP has been set to Lifeboat IP, and the server port has been set to that as well. For right now, we can't really change these, which is alright, I guess. Anyways, in case you didn't notice, there's actually this little cool tooltip down in the bottom over here as well, which shows the current amount of players using Saber Proxy and also the percentage, the derived percentage of Lifeboat players using this. So currently, about 1% of all people on Lifeboat is using Saber Proxy. I just thought it was cool. As you did also notice, you can exactly follow along with this on like mobile or something like that. If you want to follow along with this on Xbox or PlayStation or something of the like, and you don't have a browser like this available, then you can simply complete this step on a mobile phone or any other device, and as long as you have linked the account that you are using on your Xbox or PlayStation or wherever, then this will work as well, so that's neat. Anyways, we want to take note of the proxy IP as well as the port, which this should be the default port, so you don't need to worry too much about that, but just copy the IP. And now I'm inside of Minecraft on my PC, but you can be anywhere. Then you want to click over here on Add Server under the Servers tab, and I'll just call this one Saber. You want to paste in the IP that they gave you. Mine is off.saberproxy.net, but you might have a slightly different one with these first three characters over here, so make sure to take that into account. And as I said, the port should be the default one, except if it wasn't for you for some reason, then do make sure to change that to the port they gave you. Anyways, we can simply click on Add Server over here, and you'll notice that it's just down here under the Other Servers tab, and then we can click on Play right over there, click on Proceed, and we will now connect to Lifeboat through the Saber Proxy. And bam, here we have it, Saber Proxy. You just saw it on my screen right over there. For some reason, it took me 2 tries to connect to Lifeboat through this. So if you don't get connected on the first try, don't immediately comment below. It doesn't work, just try again. It worked for me the second time. So now to actually use Saber Proxy, really the first thing we need to do is go into Lifeboat Survival mode, since, I mean, that's really what this is made for. Oh no, I got killed already. Nah, man. Okay, let's see if I can kind of do this video thing here without getting killed again, because obviously I am at spawn. But enough yapping. Basically, if we type a slash, just a slash in the chat over here, no need to enter, we're going to get, well, at least a part of a list on our screen right over here with a bunch of commands that Saber Proxy has to offer. As you can see, these are all going to start with the dot over here, and I mean, you can just execute them in chat. So we'll take a look at maybe the kill aura, for example. So if I just type .kill aura like that, then as you can see, it has now been set to true. We can type it in chat again to set it to false. Now you can prefix these commands with a dot, but also actually with slash dot. So if we type /dot in the chat, and I've actually made it a little smaller over here. So this is a complete list of the commands now that Saber Proxy adds. Of course, this doesn't remove all the default Lifeboat commands. And actually, often people ask me, do other people in the chat, as you can see, there's a bunch of people typing here, are they able to see this? No, if you just type something with the Saber prefix in the chat, no one is going to see what you type. Now, using this /dot is useful because it actually enables the autofill, which I failed to notice earlier, so that's my bad. So if we type, for example, that /dot velocity, I can't type while talking, so basically we have velocity over here, then we have all of the options, so we can choose the horizontal velocity, we can choose to have it off, on, and then we can also customize the vertical velocity. So velocity is basically how much knockback you take, and you can customize in which direction. So for example, we can set the vertical velocity over here, maybe to 0.84. And as you can see, the vertical customization of velocity has now been set to 0.84, and the default was 0.00. That's basically how to use that. So /kill aura, revisiting this over here, there is a few customizations. You can choose the amount of clicks per second it has, whether to have it off, on, or reach. If you just type /kill aura, it's going to automatically assume, it's going to automatically toggle the off or on depending on what the current state is. But for right now, for example, we can type /kill aura and then customize the CPS to be. So now as you can see, the CPS for kill aura, or clicks per second, has been set to 8. The default was 20. That's basically how to use it. It can be a little difficult to use this in the beginning. I thought it was kind of confusing as well, but it is a good workaround for basically just being able to use clients like this whenever and however you want. So basically the client has limitations to prevent other limitations, which, I mean, is a sacrifice some people might have to make. So to help you with using this, the array list has actually been turned on by default, meaning that if I toggle, for example, velocity, there we go, velocity is now on. You're going to see it over there on the right-hand side of my screen underneath Saber Proxy Lifeboat mode. We now also see velocity. This is something that's going to showcase all active utilities, and it can help you keep track of what you're doing here a little better. Anyways, it's turning night, and I'm kind of scared of this server now, to be honest. So right now, that was basically that. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I do of course hope to see you all again in the next one. Bye bye.